Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and is Overwatch worth the price? Right, there's been a lot of discussion on this on the internet recently, and quite a lot of people are saying it's not actually worth the money, because I think they look at it from what content is in this game, like how many maps can I play, how many heroes can I play, what can I do in the game beyond just playing the game to get better at the game and enjoying it for that. But we'll get onto that at the end of the video. Just to begin this with, I just want to state some facts, because what actually do you get for the price of Overwatch? Now, what I don't agree with is the game defaults to the Origins Edition. When you go to buy Overwatch through Battle.net, it pops up like, oh, buy Overwatch, and you think, okay, I'm going to buy it. What it doesn't actually really show you is if you scroll on the page a little bit and click on a little link, it will take you to the normal version, i.e. the non-Origins version of the game. So what are the prices for this? Well, Origins Edition is $59.99, so $60, which is AAA pricing, or £44.99, which again is just standard AAA pricing. For the normal edition, though, it's $39.99 or £29.99, which is quite a bit cheaper. Now, what do you get for the Origins Edition? Well, you get 5 Origins Edition skins, which you can only get through buying the Origins Edition. You get Tracer in Heroes of the Storm. You get a Winston WoW pet. You get a Hearthstone card back. You get Diablo 3 Mercy Wings. And you get a bunch of StarCraft 2 portraits. So, for your extra money, you only really get skins if you're only interested in playing Overwatch. You only get 5 as well, which it can be debatable as to the quality of those skins. I think the Widowmaker skin is really nice. I think the Soldier one is nice. But then, like, Bastion, yeah, it's a bit bad. And Pharah, it's a bit iffy. So, and the Reaper one, I don't know. That's sort of in between, I guess. So, what the hell does the game contain? Like, what do you get in the game? Well, you get 4 game modes. You get Assault, which is the standard capture point game mode. You get Escort, which is the payload, basically. You get Assault and Escort, so like King's Row, where you have to assault the capture point and then you have to escort the payload. And you get Control, which is King of the Hill. There's no ranked play at the moment. That's coming, they say, towards the end of July. There's 21 playable heroes, and there's 12 maps. That's it. I mean, you can play against the AI, I suppose, if you think that's a worthwhile thing mentioning, or you could play custom games against your friends. So, here's the thing why I think it's very difficult to, like, on the face of it, quantify the worth of Overwatch. Now, naturally, I think Overwatch is worth the money and more. You know, I love the game. Look how many bloody videos I've been making on the game. I love the game. Everybody watching this loves the game, I'd imagine. But I thought it'd be a good discussion, because when you compare it to other games out there, it doesn't actually have that much content, does it, on the face of it? Now, I know its content is very different, and in fact, you can compare this to League of Legends in a lot of ways, only there is one big difference here. League of Legends is free to play. So League of Legends has got, like, what, one map, effectively, that everybody plays on? I know there's other little maps you can mess around on, but the main map, the main, like, or Dota 2, the main Dota 2 map, that map is what everybody plays. It's the same map over and over again. That's what Overwatch is, really. But they've got more maps, and when you play, it's never the same game. There's so many different heroes, everybody interacts differently. It's completely different every time. I've never had 2 games the same when I've played Overwatch. That keeps me coming back. But the problem is here, this isn't a free-to-play game. But it's almost got like a free-to-play air about it with the way it plays. You see, it's missing things like a single-player campaign. Now, I think most people, when they drop $60 on a game, they expect a single-player campaign. What they don't expect is just a multiplayer arena, which is all this is. It's just a multiplayer team-based arena shooter. That's what it is, with objectives. That is all Overwatch is. So I think when you look at the types of players, and I think the people who have been giving feedback on the game and saying that it's too expensive for what you get, I think those are the players that expect maybe more content-wise for their money, because they're used to getting that. But what they don't take into consideration is just how complicated this game actually is, and the level of design that is on show in Overwatch is phenomenal. You cannot say to me, like, everybody enjoys it when they play Overwatch. I don't think I've met anybody who's been like, oh god, this game it's not very good. They may say like, oh, I don't know why I've died, or this seems difficult, or nobody plays support, or something like that. But even people who have no FPS experience can drop into Overwatch and play it. But here's the thing with Overwatch, and this is a very major miscalculation I made on my part. One of the very first videos I made on Overwatch, I said, this is not a casual game. And then I went back on that, and I thought, no, it actually is Overwatch. I don't mean casual in a bad way. I don't mean like, oh god, you know, crap players can play the game. And I'm not hating on people who are maybe not as good as other people at FPS games. But I thought from all of the pre-release stuff from Overwatch that it was going to be this game of a very care-beary game where there's a lot of like aim assist going on, and there's, you know, things which really help you do stuff, and it's not, you know, it isn't that mental. It's not so reactionary based. But then when I got my hands on it, I was like, what the hell? This really is. This is not something that anybody can just play. But then as time went on, I started to think, oh no, maybe it is. You know, because there's people like Reinhardt, okay? You don't need to be an FPS player to play Reinhardt. He's got a big shield and he's a melee guy. So you can just walk around and protect your team. You know, the supports are different as well. Mercy, you just need to aim at people and heal them. You don't have to be too ridiculously good when it comes to, like, you know, if you wanted to play a McCree or play a Soldier or even a Widowmaker, it's probably the most extreme. You just have to be like pinpoint accurate with her. Then I started to think, yeah, it's maybe it is kind of casual friendly. But you know what's interesting? I know people who have picked up Overwatch. In fact, they played Overwatch in the open beta and then decided not to get the game. I've had in-depth discussions with these people as well, and the reason why is because they don't think there's enough content in the game. There's not enough for them to play. Because they're not into the type of gaming that I'm into, and I think most of you guys watching this video are into, where we really don't mind playing the same maps over and over again, because we can learn, we can get better, we can use different heroes. There's 21 heroes, and the hero design is fantastic in this game. You can see that's where most of the effort's gone, I reckon. Every single one is unique and identifiable. It spawns like God knows how much cosplay and all of that stuff. Like fan art, there's loads of it around. Absolutely, like, genius. From Blizzard's part, very strong character design. But just going back a second, like, the guys who think there's not enough content in the game, or maybe it's not for them, they're generally the players or the people who don't really want to spend hours and hours and hours playing a game just to get better at the game. You get what I'm saying? They maybe don't get enjoyment out of that. They get enjoyment out of competing or completing different challenges, doing different things maybe with their friends, or having varied game modes and things like that, instead of just the same old 4 game modes. Because let's be honest here, Overwatch matches, they don't last very long, do they? A game can be over in like 10 minutes, 9-10 minutes, a game's finished. It's great for that because you can drop in, drop out, drop in, drop out. You don't have to dedicate like an hour to play Overwatch. You can jump in and have a game and drop out. And there'll always be people around your ability level because there's so many people playing Overwatch. But I just thought it was a very interesting thing to talk about, because is Overwatch worth the price? This is the thing. And to me, it is worth the price because I get a thrill out of multiplayer combat, and I like to challenge people. I like to get better at things. I think this is just part of me. I like the competitive nature of gaming. Like, I really like to, it's me versus them type of thing. I don't really get a kick out of playing against the AI. I know a lot of people do. Like, single player stuff for me, it doesn't really do it anymore. It used to. I used to get a lot of enjoyment out of single player stuff, but now I'm very like multiplayer focused almost. I want to play multiplayer games against other people, and Overwatch is amazing for that because there's so many different ways heroes interact. I mean, let's take this as an example. This is something you would learn through playing Overwatch. And Overwatch, I reckon, I mean, shit, I've played Overwatch for I don't even know how many hours. It's so much stupid, and it'll be hundreds, thousands of hours I'll play the game for, because it's just so replayable. I never feel bored when I play Overwatch. I never think, oh, fuck this, and I come off the game. I come off the game because I'm tired. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I've got to come off the game. If that isn't great game design, I don't know what is. And I forgot what I was saying because I just went off on a mad ramble. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a little bit ranty, but do you think Overwatch is worth the price? I do, but do you? Let me know in the comments below. I think there'll be some interesting ones in this video because you guys are really good for leaving comments as well. And I do enjoy reading through them as well. Alright guys, I've been Stylosa, this is Unit Lost. If you like the channel, then subscribe to it. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and I'll catch you next time, people. Toodaloo.